Okay.
Okay, so welcome everybody to Owlai event. Optimize the website and increase conversion rate. And today we have two great experts, Christina May Olsen and Marina Nilsson, which are passionate about their fields and which they will give us a talk today. And today's event consists of the presentation and cases of the website, and also questions and discussion. And I would like to say that you are very welcome to ask questions and make comments, because that's what makes this event special. And I hope you all have a great time. And now the word is yours, so welcome.
Like that?
No.
Are you going to bake?
This is not my computer.
Det var den, tror jeg.
Nej.
Nej, det ikke? No? Okay.
Den ligger. And it's there.
Ja, okay.
Okay. Full screen. Ved du, hvor den er henne?
View.
There. Fanden er den blevet af? Enter full screen.
Yes.
Sådan. Okay. Hi. We're going to give a short introduction to both of us, and then we're going to start the presentation. But I don't know, maybe some of you already looked at this already, but to be short, I'm the founder of a little agency called Mike, and I'm specialized in doing brand identities. I'm a designer, and that's my speciality. So today we actually combine this with sale and design, and that's very interesting. Going to look forward doing this. Me and Marina have worked together on many assignments because we think that both our expertises are very important in any given project. I have worked with many clients, and I've worked because I've been in a big agency for 6 years. I've worked with really big clients as well. Novo Nordisk and Leo Pharma and all of them. I'm actually working with a lot of them still. Then I'm very passionate about startups, and that's one of the reasons why I really like this startup as well, this project. And I'm a partner in some startups, and I'm partnering up in a lot more startups in the future. And I'm very passionate about making things simple, functional, aesthetic. I'm actually really think that doing things beautiful makes sense, or do things in an aesthetic way makes sense. And Marina?
Yeah. All right. Well, my specialties is within online sales and online marketing. So sometimes our skills we clash a little, because when I do a testing, I say you have to do this in another color, or you have to do a big button, or you have to. Christina says no, it's not aesthetic enough. So, but it makes it really work good, because we figure out something that's in between, and hopefully it will sell as well. I have a background in the advertising agency. I've been doing films for many years, and then I got kids, and I said I can't work in this business any longer. And then I started at Telia, where I was in charge of their online sales and marketing. And I thought that was quite fun, and I found out that I was pretty good at it. I increased their sales with 100% overnight by doing a different checkout flow. So I thought, okay, I got to work with this. And that's what I'm doing today. I have my own company, and I work with companies as Louis Paulsen, George Jensen, Agritema, and different big companies. And so I'm here today, and I hope I can learn you guys some stuff.
Yeah. And as we said in the beginning, or were said, you can ask questions anytime. If there's something you just need to feel free and ask.
Is that wallpaper? Yeah. All right. You guys stated a lot of questions, and it's quite wide. You want to know about SEO, you want to know about online communication, you want to know about design, you want to know really about everything within the online media. And that's difficult to get into details with, but we will try as hard as we can. We summed really your questions up to a few words. So what we're going to go through is how do you build a strong brand? How do you design a website? How to communicate online? And how do you test online? And all this should really increase your conversion rate. And when I say increase your conversion rate, it doesn't really necessarily mean that you have a shop where you're selling perhaps wine or shoes or whatever. It can also be leads. Sign up to your newsletter. It can be a service where you want people to sign up. It's pretty much the same thing that works for all of it. Usually when Owlai do this event, the speaker will speak for 20 minutes, but we thought we will do it in a little different way because we want you guys to integrate with us. And therefore we will be looking at 5 websites.
6.
6? Okay. And some of them are your websites. Are you guys all here? We have a wine company. We have a startup where they send packages.
Anybody knows those websites?
Yeah. How about this one? Healthcare. All
Okay,
right, great.
great.
One of them.
Oh,
yes, perfect. All right. So far, so good. So what we're going to do the next maybe hour or something like that is we will go through these websites, and we want you guys help because it's really about the users. Who are the users on your websites? How will they interact to your site? How do they look upon the text you've written, the design you've done? Do they understand or don't? So you are the specialists as well as we are, because if you don't understand, I'm sure that a lot of people out there won't understand either. So I hope you are okay with going through your sites. We will only do the front page because we have 6 sites, so we won't have that much time. But the thing we're going to do now is that I will skip to the web page in a minute. I will leave it for 10 seconds, and I want all of you to write down what you've seen. What is this company doing? And what's your interpretation of this website? And you're going to get 10 seconds, and then I'm going to switch back, and then we're going to talk about it. So you should all, come with your feedback and say, okay, I think this company is doing what you think, or I don't understand, whatever you think. It's really up to you. So this is pretty much like doing a test. I do this quite a lot with the companies I work with, where I have users coming in and commenting on the websites. And I think that's the most honest way to do it, because I can stand here saying, okay, I'm the specialist, listen to me. But it's really about the users. What do you think?
Yeah, and another thing is that when you land on a website, you don't have so much time to get people stay there. You have like 5 seconds. Yeah. So if you don't get it, if you don't look at the website and intuitive think, okay, they're doing this and this and this, you won't stay. You will leave. Or unless you have like a special assignment there, you have something you're looking for. But if you just land there, you have like 5 seconds, and that's a lot. So we'll try for 10 seconds.
All right. Okay.
And write down words, clue words and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, are you guys ready? Okay, so 10 seconds.
Can you all read it? No.
Maybe, okay, you can come up. You can come up and look if you want. You need to get closer.
But I can tell you that the tagline says, sunde.
Healthy employees.
Yeah, healthy employees. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to switch back. And I hope you're all going to give us some feedback. When you guys give me the feedback, we will do it as well. So you will get feedback from us as well as the other people here. Yeah? All right. So who wants to start out? What is this about? What do they do? What do they sell? What service is it? Why should you stay on this webpage? Do you want to start?
I can start. It looks like it's something about active lifestyle, sport, yoga, something with, yeah. You mentioned health, so I already know a little bit more, but it kind of catches the attention that you see fit person on the front page.
Yeah.
And maybe even if you said it's like a healthy employee or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe these people are kind of providing some sort of services for companies that employees can have some workouts or some sort of like lessons, I don't know, like trainings or whatever.
Yeah, and you interpreted that because I said it.
Well, because you said
you read it?
healthy employees, so it's just like, that's what I thought.
Yeah, of course. But did you read it up there?
I couldn't read it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah.
For me, it was training and yoga.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Very good. Yeah. What to say? Yeah, yoga and training.
Yoga here.
Yoga.
Yoga website.
I thought it was like private insurance, health insurance for
Okay.
employees.
Why do you think that?
Because it sounded like healthcare or something. So
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Okay.
What did you think about the visual expression? Empty? Was it B2B, B2C?
B2B.
B2B.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's more like refined, maybe it's more, I don't know, like consumer websites are a little bit more like screaming at you a little bit more. And this is more, it's a bit like reserved.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. And would you click on anything on the website? What would you click on? Would you just exit it again, or would you click on something? Yeah.
I saw something that said jobs.
Oh, okay. And you're looking for a
Click
job.
on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's great. All right. Let's look at it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Nobody looked at we give you healthy and happy
do you read Danish?
employees?
All of you.
Okay.
Yeah, some of you do. In between. All right. Okay. Okay, so when we saw this website, we thought, okay, what is this about? We really thought the same thing as you guys are. Is it within sports? Is something healthy? She looks good. She looks like you want to go for a run, or maybe it's a fitness center or something like that. And we couldn't read much. The best thing was really this one, and I didn't see that right away. But it said healthcare, so I also thought, okay, but maybe it's selling pills.
We thought it was medication
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah.
Then we saw the picture, it's a nice picture, but I didn't know what to do with it. It took me quite a while before I saw this little play button here. So it's a movie, which is very, very good. People love movies. They will click on it if they know it's a movie. So what you should do here is you should...
And make it work, because it didn't work when we clicked it.
Oh, okay,
so there was problems with video somehow. Yeah.
It's not a video.
It's not.
No, because it's meant to be a slideshow so you can put up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
One on it, so that
Yeah.
Okay.
All
How
right.
old is the website?
2.5 years, 3 years maybe.
Okay.
All right.
So the visual expression, of course, I'm a nerd, and I look at logos, and I look at the identity and the whole package. And when I was like digging further down in the website, it made sense. Of course, the website made sense. The texts were good and stuff like that. But I had difficulties, as we said, finding out what there wasn't like a 2 sentence saying we do this for businesses like this. There's a sentence saying we give you healthy and happy employees. But how? And I have 5 seconds. I have 5 seconds to figure out how do you make my employees happy. So it's like I had to dig a lot. And when we digged, we were like, okay, now it makes sense. And with the logo, we thought, was it flames? Like, was it fire? Or was it like... So we had difficulties in figuring out what it was. There's a really clear way of getting to call you. There's a really clear phone number. That's really good, because they can call you if they are in any doubt of what it is. But there are like call to actions, or there are like places you can seek.
Well,
Yeah, there are.
maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it from a sales perspective. You want people to book online, or you want people to find out more. Really, I think that's the two things you want to do. You want them to learn more about your service, or you want them just to go in and book this massage, or really maybe you should tell what it is about.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so that everybody knows.
It started off with only predominantly massage, business to business. So what people do when they come to the website, the daily consumers, they already know about it. They already signed up for it. So they just click on online booking, and then it's very simple. So, but now, as it's been going on for a few years, we have gotten some more business into it, and started with some other products like occupational therapy and health checks and consumer service. And I still got the same front page, and it's very boring. I'm not very creative at all, so I need to find out what to do to present the first page, so that people can actually see what are you doing, some boxes or whatever, what the things I got. So and still it's got to be catching, because the people I want to dig any deeper in it are like human resource managers or CEOs. So that's the people I want.
So you have two segments. You have the people using your services, and then you have the people paying for the services. Yeah. So you need to target these two. It's important that when the CEOs and the other people who is paying for it, when they come in there, they will know what it's about right away. And so you need to maybe have a picture down here with someone giving a massage, and saying, okay, do you want your employees to get a massage? Do you want them to maybe how do you sit on a chair at your company? I mean, all those services that you are offering. You need to have like maybe bullets, your USPs. What are you doing? What's your services? Call to action buttons, online booking.
Yeah.
You should bring it all in front.
Bring it front,
I mean, not just splash it all in. You need to make a box.
Prioritize.
With your, this is our services. Book online, and you go into the booking right there. Maybe with a green button or something like that. You can go online booking, a green. I've done some testing on different buttons, and you'll probably hear this again and again tonight, that I just love green buttons because it works. And it works every time because it's a nice color. It's green. You get like a green light. You can go. It makes you happy. It's like a forest. So there's something about green buttons. So in general, you don't have to make all your buttons green, but you need to make buttons stand out. So all call to action buttons, it has to stand out. So if this was green, you shouldn't do a green button. You should do another color then, which is only in the button. All right. Any other comments to this one? All right. So we will continue another website.
And if there are any of the questions you wrote in the beginning, you just feel like asking, do it, because we won't remember all of them. So if there's something like very special to that one, saying, hey, but how could you do that better? What if you wanted to connect with Facebook? How could you? You could do that through the presentation as well, because we won't go through all the points.
Yeah. All right. So the next web page, I'm not sure who's the owner of this one. Is the owner here?
I was applying for the job as a webmaster for that company.
Okay. All right. Great.
They said that my expertise is not suitable for the job, so they didn't take me.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll look at it anyway because it's a good website.
Who sent it?
Yeah, you did.
You sent it to us. Okay, cool.
All right. So we have the same exercise. You got 10 seconds to look at it. What is it about? Write down what you see and what you feel, and right? So 10 seconds.
Det må være 10 sekunder.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Who wants to start out?
What did they do? What are they doing?
What are they
And
selling?
you're not allowed to answer that one.
And
customer relationship management software.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that was pretty clear.
Yeah.
That's very good. Very good. What else?
Green button.
Yeah, I like that one.
Did you feel like pushing it?
What other information did they give you?
It looks like they're working with apps and so on, but that customer relation management, I think it's because because CRM not for everyone stands.
No.
What is that for? So
Definitely.
Yeah.
They talk to nerds somehow. Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean,
Because it's a business to business.
It
I
is.
think, website.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
also there is a video, and the button on the video it's really clear, and
Okay.
it makes me want to
okay.
push.
Yeah. Do you usually post the videos on a website?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna say?
14 days free trial.
Oh yes, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually funny to make this assignment where you can't see it all, because then you see what's in focus actually. The rest you don't read anyway when you sit.
Because it was too many information
Yes.
in one page.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think it was just the opposite we saw before.
Yeah.
Just a very, very clear web page. And this one was really full of information.
Yeah.
It's
Totally
intense.
opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you are looking for something and you know the company, maybe you will read it. Otherwise, I don't think you will stay.
Do you think you would read all the text?
No,
No.
not at all.
How much would
Well,
you
it
read?
depends. I mean, if you're looking for a CRM, and
Yeah,
if you're going,
if you are looking for it, but
putting it
otherwise,
into Google like CRM software or whatever, if you're looking for that, so
Yeah.
you might go into and read about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no doesn't make any sense just for you to go in there and read
Yeah,
something that you
yeah.
need.
You would probably, even if you want to buy this software, you would probably just read the headlines. You would, you would skim down the page, headline, 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 headline. Maybe one of the things that's standing there will get your interest, and you might read the first, maybe 3 sentences, and then you don't have any patience at all. You're moving around. Okay, so what do I want to click on? You probably wouldn't read it all. You would call them up, or maybe you would just take the trial. Because just test it out and see, okay, is this working for me? Or you will call them up and say, hey, hello, I'm calling for this company and I saw your website. Can you tell me more? Or, you probably won't use much time in there. You would.
Another thing is, what you couldn't see is that there's a slider. So there's not even only this information. The whole area up there is a slider. So it slides all the time with bullets like that. So it's just more.
This part is sliding, yeah. But there's a lot of good things in here as well. I love that they use bullet points. It makes it easier to read. The most important information stands out. I only have to read a few of them. Yeah, there's a green button. Very nice. There's a video. I love that. Google loves that. So it's part of the content that will be rated out on Google, so very important.
What does the green button say?
It says free trial. Yeah, it's a bit difficult that you can't see.
But are you finished?
No, not really.
Okay.
No. I love that they write why web CRM, because that will answer the questions. Why should I choose this company and not the competitor? That's good. This text, it's a bit too much, but it's good with a headline. That's very nice. In general, there's a bit too much text right here. This one, very good. They say free trial for 14 days. Yes, it's free. They will give you something for free. Yeah, I might test it out. So I wouldn't say that I might actually call them or try the trial, which is good. I wouldn't leave the page right away. So they have some good things.
And one of the good things about me and Marina doing this is that we're not agreeing. We are agreeing on a lot of things, of course, because we built a lot of websites together. But when I look at this with a design perspective, I'm lost. And I'm not looking for CRM, so it's not to me anyway. But I don't get a feeling of what kind of brand is this. Is it a brand, or is it a TV channel, or what's going on with all this information? I get dizzy immediately because I can't figure out. I have the feeling that there's something I should read, but I really don't want to because it's too much. And I just think the whole visual appearance of this is like a Word page, just put in a web place. So yeah, I see the green button and I would push that because that would be the only thing that is actually doing something else than the rest of it. It's all gray in my head or in my eyes, if you know what I mean. So if I were working with a company like this, I would prioritize the things on the website much more. Yeah, prioritize. And I would work with the identity, the way they. First of all, you can't see that, but the way the tone of voice, how they speak. What is the tone of voice of the brand? I would work with why are they doing this? What is the core deal with this? Stuff like that. So it would be communicated much more intuitive. I don't get anything here. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. We have another site. It's this side. Who's the owner? Anybody? Yeah. All right. We'll do it anyway because it's a fun assignment. Are you ready? Okay. Yes. Who wants to start out?
I got confused. What is it? Is it online shop or is it event or what is it?
Event?
They said wine festival.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Then why they put prices on bottles on the same page in front of it?
Yeah.
I kind of
That's my first
thought that it's a web shop, like it's an e-shop where you can order wine, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just missed food. Where is the food?
Food.
Yeah, that was a big
It was
headline.
food and wine.
Yeah. Interesting.
And we only use PayPal, I think.
PayPal?
Yeah.
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 And that's only the PayPal, nothing else. It doesn't show like other cards or something.
Yeah. Okay.
What does that make you
Then
think?
I can only use PayPal.
Okay,
and
that's
nothing else
yeah.
to buy PayPal.
So you would think they don't take the credit card I have?
Yeah, it seems like because they have only the logo of PayPal.
Okay. Yeah.
So you would actually leave immediately.
So yeah, I have a Visa.
And that's sad because maybe they're so proud of PayPal, so they just put it in the top and the other card is down under the fold. But
Yeah, but it's true. Creates this kind of impression, basically, that
But the funny thing is, maybe they did it just to make it even better. But it's mixed signals.
Yeah. What did you think?
I also got a little dilemma how it was a event or festival or it was a wine shop actually. So it gives some common feeling, and the glass in which the wine is being poured is a little bit a common image actually for wine websites. Everywhere it's the same.
Yeah. Okay. But is
Even,
that
even on the front of the Fotex, it's having the same.
Yeah. Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But it can be done in maybe more in a different way.
Yeah.
More better way.
Yeah. So you're thinking about the design and the more ethical aspect of it? Yeah. Okay. What else? Anybody else want to comment on it? Would you buy some wine?
There are a lot of offers.
All right, let's look at it again. So if there was an offer, you would buy it?
No, I don't know. That's
If you're looking for wine and you see an offer,
yeah,
what-
maybe I can.
Yeah, I would buy it.
free trial, yeah, exactly. That could be fun. Yeah.
What do you think works on this web page?
The color.
The color?
Color, yes.
the simplicity, like
Yeah.
it's pretty. And I kind of like that the offers are really just right there. So if you're looking for wine and special offers, you can go actually and check it out if you find something interesting.
Yeah.
The shop is on the front page.
Yeah. Maybe we should just try and go to the webpage. Can we do that, Jürgis? Yeah.
Yeah, then I will.
Because it's it's interesting to see it, how it looks. There it is. So you see that? Yeah, that's the webpage. So when you land on this is what you see. This line right here is very, very important. It's called the fold. whatever's below the fold, the chances of you guys scrolling down there is very small. It's probably 0.89% who will scroll down and actually click on something. They might scroll down, but they won't click on anything. They will see, okay, I will navigate with these. This is good because I do see this one, special offers. Yes, I like. So they will give me an offer. This is part of persuading the users to buy this product. So if I can get it just a little cheaper, I will scroll down and I might even click on it or at least look at it. But in general, you see that people scrolling down below the fold is only 0.989%, which is very, very
Can
low.
you actually tell this thing? Like,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Well, you can see who's clicking below the fold. You can't see who's scrolling, or you can probably do a special event tracking on that. But you can go into Google Analytics and you can look in something that's called in-page web, I think it's called. Then you can look on this site. I can take my computer later on and I'll show you exactly where it is and how it looks. And then I can see how many clicked on this, how many clicked on this, how many clicked on this, and so on. And we can see percentages on it. And it's very interesting because if you want them to click on this and they all click on this, then you're doing something wrong. Maybe it's the word, maybe it's the navigation. I mean, there can be different things. So Google Analytics is very, very good at getting to know how does the users use the site.
And there are testing.
Yeah, of course.
We could mention that as well. One of our conclusions, or how do you say it, today is that things develop. You can't just launch the perfect thing. You have to test it. You can think that something is really working, really good, but it's only when people are sitting in front of the computer you can actually figure out if it's good. So you can think it's really green, this button, and it's really big. They should push it. But you have to test it. And what Marina does a lot is, for example, A/B testing. You can talk a little bit more about that. Yeah. But I can say that I did the Danish chairmanship. Denmark had the Danish chairmanship last year. And I did the website for that. And that was really that was for politicians and journalists all over Europe. And we did eye tracking tests. And I was like, I'm sure this works perfectly when I designed it because it's so intuitive. I know everything. Of course, I did it. So there were 10 people or maybe more sitting in front of a screen where they tracked their eyes. And then I sat in another room looking at the television and seeing their eyes not even looking at what I thought they were going to look at. And I was like, of course they're looking at this. But a lot of banner blindness, they don't see it. There are so many banners and commercials and stuff like that. You just don't see it. You're just looking for something your eyes can focus on. So when we had this eye tracking test, afterwards we had a whole document seeing a heat map saying here everybody looked, here nobody looked. I wanted everybody to look at a calendar. Nobody looked at the calendar. Everybody looked down in the right corner, and we were so... It was so funny to see that. And before that, I was like, design rules, of course. And after that, no, you can't do it like that. You have to test it. So that's one kind of a test.
Yeah, right, that's right. I mean, you can say something in general about how you look at a site, because you will see in general on these heat maps that people will look here. Then their eyes will go down this way, and it will stop over there. And then it will go back, up, and this way. And they will start navigating. So it starts here, they will look at your logo, whatever it says here, maybe see this, if you have some information, and then go down. We also see that more and more people use the search on the website. So if you have a big website, it is really, really important that you have a very good search, because people more and more don't use the navigation up here. They navigate through the search, and they navigate on the page. So if you can navigate here, you will do it. If you can't, you will go up here and figure out, okay, where do I want to go? That's a general thing we see right now, that people are changing their ways of navigating. Yeah.
I want to ask about the heat maps. Is it part of Google Analytics? How to get those installed in the website? Heat maps?
Yeah. Is it part of
Google Analytics or some other software?
No, you need special software for that. Yeah, no, it's not part of Google Analytics.
Can you give the name or something?
Eye tracking. If you Google eye tracking, they will give you heat maps afterwards.
Yeah.
Or another test that has nothing to do with heat mapping, I think. Now I'm in like shaky area. But can you talk about A/B testing? Because I think that's very, very interesting.
Yeah, you can do. There's a lot of different software where you can A/B test, and an A/B test is really where you take, let's say, this page. This is your original page. That's the A, and then you just change, maybe this word, maybe this picture, maybe this text. You just change one thing, and that's your B version. And then you have a goal for the test. Let's say the goal will be, I have to click on, this is a bad example, but maybe I want people to click on this picture. So my goal is that people has to click on this picture. Or the goal could also be, I want people to buy the product. So let's see how the conversion rate will increase when I change this text or this picture. Then you get a lot of traffic. They come in. You send 50% traffic one way to the A version and 50% to the B version, and they will see, okay, which one is best. So I'm standing here and I'm saying I'm an expert. I know all of it, but it's really a matter of what do you do? I mean, I can have an intuitive thought about, I think you will do this, and I know when you say special offers, you will look at it. When you say something is free, you will look at it. But if you want people to do more than that, it's a really, really good idea to test it. It is funny to see how things change around, and what's your tricking point? What's important for you? Because it will, this is one side, and you will be tricked by offers because you can buy something. But if you are on the healthcare side, you will probably be tricked by the offers as well. But I don't know if you have any offers there, but you have. There might be different things that will trick you instead. Maybe some values, or I feel better when I get a massage. I have a mouse. When you sit with a mouse every day, and I need someone to help me with that. Or that will trick you because you have a problem and you want it to be solved. Yeah. Then there's this navigation structure. You have some products and you have some areas that you want people to see, and but how do you sort all this information down to your website? You can do another test. It's called cart sorting. So you take all the information you have on your site, you write it on some carts, and you have some test persons coming in, and then you give them this huge bottle, what is it called? Different cards,
Pile.
And they have to sort it in. How do they how do I understand the information that you have on your site? So okay, I think this sorts together, this sorts together, this sorts together, and this sorts together, and this one here and this one here, and da da da. You do that if you have a lot of information. That's a very good idea. Like huge information websites. And then in the end, you will have people write a name on top of it. So if I have here, they have 5 navigations, and if you wanted to card sort this, then the people who was doing it, they had to write a name on top of all the information, and this could be the names that they would write, and you would know how your users are sorting your information. Yeah.
And another thing is that doing a website, of course, the websites we're looking at now are functional websites. But normally when we do websites, we have a whole process doing a website, of course. So all these card sorting and stuff like that, we do them in workshops. We do it through the process with the client, figuring out which information should be on the site and how can we prioritize them. What is the most important part? What can we bring down and stuff like that? So when we look at websites which is already functioning, then you can do these tests with other people.
Yeah. Really, I like this one too, but I don't like that it only says PayPal. but it indicates that I can buy something here, and they use PayPal. What they could have done is they could have taken the different credit cards that they are using.
Are they actually accepting credit cards as well?
They probably are, yeah. I don't know. I didn't dig that deep, but it's a good idea to have credit cards. It's and this might even be a good thing because you're taking your credit card out of your pocket, and this is safe. It's safe to use PayPal. You know that it's a brand you know, and you know that okay, if I do it through PayPal, they won't cheat me. I mean, they won't just rip me off. So that's a part of a safety to your site, which is really, really important. So you could do that. You could also, I'll show you that later, but you could also say fast shipping, free shipping, easy return. I'll show you some examples later on that. Which is also, it will persuade you to use and buy something here. And you feel safe. Yeah.
But one thing they should do immediately is to move the products up.
Yeah.
That should be the first thing, to show it's a sales site. Because if it's over the fold, if it's just there, you see, okay, I'm curious. Another thing is using this fat footer or site navigation. We're not talking about that at any point, no. but that's a good idea.
That's a really
good idea.
It's a good idea because of the search engines, because they love that you have links on your site. It's easier for them to figure out. When Google comes to your site, it will crawl the site and see all the information. And the more links you have on your site, the better, because it will go through the different links. If you don't have any links or you only have links up there, it will probably figure it out as well, but it might stop somewhere. And then it won't index all your sites, which is a problem because then you won't see that specific page in Google and when you search.
It won't rank high.
What you can do is you can make a site map and you can send it to Google. So when they come by your site and the small box crawl your site, they will know that it has to crawl all these different pages because it has a site map and it knows. It's a very, very good idea.
How to send it to Google?
Sorry?
How can we send it to Google?
Well, you need to do this XML code. You have really, if you Google it, you can see it. It's a bit nerdy, so you have to do it in a special code. Yeah, and then you can send it to Google. Do you use Google Analytics?
No, my friends who have designed my website, they are using it.
Okay, all right, yeah. So you should tell them. They should send a site map to Google so they know what to crawl and what not to crawl, which is another thing which is really important because if they have indexed pages on your site which are dead, you will get minus point at Google and they will say, okay, they don't update their website. They have a lot of dead pages and they don't like because the users don't like it. Google always take the user's perspective and say, what do the users want? They want new content, they want new pictures, and so Google loves that. So make sure that you don't have dead pages, or it's called, a lot of dead pages are 404 pages. And if you do have 404 pages, you should always have that because people might write a wrong URL and then it will get to a 404 page. So make sure that on your 404 page you will have links so that they can navigate. It's very important. Or maybe even have a funny thing saying, whoops, we're sorry. What can we help you with? Do you want to go and see our shoes, the latest collection, whatever. So try not just to have a 404 page with a small, tiny, nerdy text. Make sure to design it. It's really a matter of your users not leaving your page before they have bought something, have signed up. So they have to click and click and click until they buy or sign up for a newsletter or whatever. Yeah.
You said that nobody actually scrolls more than they can see on the screen. So that scrolling down is very minimum chance.
Yeah.
What about this trend that websites are now? They don't have any functionality, you just scroll down and you can see different information what you need just by scrolling. I think that scrolling is the main thing.
Yeah, it depends a lot on what you're doing on the site.
What the content is.
Yeah, exactly. What's the information? is it elder people, young people? I mean, there's a trend that if you can't navigate up here, they will probably scroll. They might scroll. But if I look at the companies that I work for, Louis Poulsen or George Jensen, I can see that people don't scroll, or they might scroll, but they don't click. They will go up and then they will navigate further. But I mean, if you take like Pinterest, which is really hyped right now, all you have to do is scroll and scroll and scroll and see all these pictures. But it's a social media. It's different. Facebook, you scroll and you scroll and you scroll. But here, you come here, you probably want to buy wine or you want to know about wine. So you have a goal. I want to go there. Then you might not scroll. So it depends. I mean, there's not just one rule. Unfortunately not.
And then it depends a lot of what's in the first screen. Because you can't combine like scrolling with pages we just looked at. Then you have to have like really, a lot of startups are doing it. We are just like one sentence, and then to get the rest you have to scroll, and it's so little, so you need to read more, so you get curious. But that's not like a buying site. It's not a site where you have to put things in the basket and stuff like that. So it's all depending on the content. And scrolling is often about time as well. Like blogs, you see, okay, go back in time. So you use the scroll as time capsule, a time machine as well. So,
yeah. One thing that's, I mean, here they don't have green buttons, which is very bad.
It's red as wine.
It doesn't have to be a green button, but it has to stand out. It's pretty much the same color as everything else. And then it says details. Why details? Why not just add to basket? Why do I have, I mean, maybe I've been navigating around the site and now I'm on the front page again. I have to go into details and then I have to put it into basket. Why not just, I mean, it could be details and then add to basket right next to it. So 2 buttons, add to basket, green, and this one, white. Or maybe even not a button, maybe just a text with an underline. So you have to make sure that the most important call to action will stand out. Yeah.
And you get lazy. Going to details, you have to go to details and then you have to put into the basket. So you don't need all these clicks. But still, I'm like, when I'm looking at sites, I really like the one like adding to my wish list. Because I'm really afraid of adding things to my basket. I'm sure they're going to like pull me into there and just force me to buy it. So I'm actually better at buttons saying, not details, but put it to your wish list or stuff like that. But that depends on how you are when you shop online. I'm still a little bit scared, even though I'm working with it.
Okay, so now I'm on a wine site and I haven't tasted this wine before. So what does the users of this wine say? That could persuade me to buy that wine. If it had 5 stars, it has won a competition, a Noma, a big restaurant is using the wine. That would be really good for me to know that, okay, everybody, I mean, other people likes it, so I might like it as well. They could have stars here, or maybe even testimonials, the user saying, I bought this and da-da-da-da. I liked it a lot.
A lot of people are trying to do this with Facebook.
I saw in the main page, the home page, there was a Facebook like section. So I was wondering, what do you think about it? Because it was in the bottom of the page, and of course, it's not. I mean, the main goal is not.
This one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I think if the purpose is let people buy wines, not like people like me, like consumers, it should be interesting also, to know what kind of the others think about this website, this company, and a lot of companies are now putting also Trustpilot or TripAdvisor.
Exactly. It's very, very good when you're selling it.
Because of course you want to be safe while shopping.
Yeah. What I would like here is, I don't just want the like. I want to see how many likes. I see that there, but it's not very obvious. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. Just before now, this one right here. It has to be in.
I saw it, but I don't think there's a lot of people who liked it.
No, that could be bad. So it's good and bad. Yeah. It's good and bad.
So when we talk about people saying, "Oh, this was a good wine," and I shared it on Facebook and stuff like that, that's cool if it's a product people want to show the world I like. me, for example, I would never on Facebook say that I tried this wine and this wine and this wine, and then I have a problem maybe. So, I'm thinking about what to post on my Facebook. So if you have a Facebook saying other people like this, and if nobody liked it, then Facebook is really bad for this. But if it works, if it's a product where people really want to share it and stuff like that, people want to show themselves through the product, then it's perfect. But you have to think about it. Facebook isn't the answer for everything. But some people think, yeah.
Do you, like, I have this question as well, like, when you have sites, like, user reviews versus expert reviews, it's like when you're saying, okay, there is a wine, and then you have some sort of, like, user ratings or reviews that basically consumers are talking about it, versus, like, some sort of experts, where it's really like an expert opinion about this. Is there any kind of, what's the dynamics in here?
Well, people love it.
People love both of them.
They love it. Yeah, both of them, yeah. Because the users are like them, and the specialists are like the...
Even better.
Yeah, maybe even better, yeah. It's really a matter of, you can use them both. It's a testimonial. It will persuade you to buy this wine. So it's a very good idea. Use them. Absolutely. I can't say if one is better than the other. You should test it. That's the best I can say. I know that.
That's what I was asking. Like, do you have any kind of statistics, like which is?
No. It depends on the product. Yeah, you can't really say. So it differs from side to side. But I know that there was this American family who had a wine yard and a website, and their son started to do these tests every day. He would taste a wine and he would write how it tasted and how he liked it. And he did it every day. And today they are selling for millions. So he just, if you tell them what you like, people love that.
But it takes time. That's the problem about we are living in this fast society. We don't have the patience to just keep on feeding with informations. And for example, with that story, we're like, oh fuck, nobody's in my Facebook profile. I should just close it again, or I should. So people are like, but it doesn't. It's not a fast thing. Things take time. Takes time.
Yeah, so that's true. Yeah. I think it's a very good idea to use Facebook and Pinterest and other social medias if you have the time to do it, because it's a way of getting more brand awareness to your product. So I would definitely do it. Besides from that, it's part of your content. I don't know if you guys have heard that. People are talking a lot about content, big content, more content. Make sure you have content on your site. Content is not just text. It's videos, it's pictures, it's external links. They love if other places link to your site. It means this is relevant. So the more external links you can get to your site, the better you will rate in Google. So get people to, send out your links, send out the different links to your website, and try and see if people want to share it. I'm working for this company called Firm Living. They are doing design items. And they have 43,000 links from Pinterest. They are a very small Danish company. They're selling worldwide now, but that's a lot. They don't spend a nickel on AdWords. And they have about over 100,000 visitors each month.
But
because people love to share their products.
Yeah, because it's products that are shareable. So it works with Firm Living because they're really good at making content. They're really good at making beautiful pictures of the products and like nice Nordic space rooms and stuff like that. But for example, with wine, maybe it's not Pinterest, which is the best social media to go on. So
this is the one.
Yeah. But it depends on the content. But we talked about it earlier today, and I was like, but there are some things that you shouldn't put on Facebook. And Marina was like, what about Maersk?
Yeah.
They are containers.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yeah, but I would never follow Maersk. Okay, what about McDonald's? Oh, fuck. Okay, if people likes McDonald's and really like, then there are really room for everybody on Facebook. But I'm in a doubt when
Can I go to Facebook here? Okay.
When people ask me about if they should use Facebook, I'm always...
Oh, what's my code?
What do you mean, like people use Facebook, like from company perspective?
Yeah. Yeah, not for a personal perspective. At some point, like a couple of years ago, I can't remember. Everybody was like, you have to have a Facebook profile for your company. It's very important. And everybody made that. And the problem was that there was a lot of dead Facebook profiles. And that's just bad. Then don't have one. If you don't use it for anything, if you're not in there every day uploading something, Farm Living, for example, every day they put or almost every day, they're like the bird of the day. And it's just a funny picture and everybody's like liking that bird. I don't know why they're liking it. I'm liking it as well.
Oh, God, what's my code?
But the funny thing is that it works and people are just like following them and want to know more and see the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll just skip this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're really good on Facebook and they're really good on Pinterest.
Yeah. I wanted to show you Maersk because that is really interesting. I thought, what the heck can Maersk do on Facebook? I mean, why is that interesting? And then I went to the Facebook site and I was impressed by all the pictures of the huge ships and the sea, and it was so beautiful. I was like, okay, I gotta follow them. It is really, really nice. And that's what I wanted to show you. So you might not think that your product is likable on Facebook, but it is. And if you have pictures, people love pictures. You will see that people would like pictures 10 times more than text.
What about videos?
Videos, same. People love videos.
Versus pictures, like...
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say.
You can't say because it's about the content as well. And with videos, it's really important that you write the first picture of the video should be interesting. Or there should be like a little text showing what the video is. Or else I wouldn't click it. If it doesn't say, haha, this is the most funny thing I've ever seen, I have to click that. Because maybe it's the most funny thing I have ever seen as well. But if it's just like a guy riding a bicycle, I'm like, no, I've seen that before. So it's really important that you sell it even though it's a video, where a picture is very intuitive. You like it or you don't like it. And then, of course, all the stuff about how long should a video be, to just browse through a video. It shouldn't be like 5 minutes. 5 minutes like a year in time, in online time.
Yeah. So 1.2 million likes. It's pretty good. And now look at these pictures. I think it's amazing. I mean, it's so nice. Yeah. It's almost art. So now I understand why. Yeah, that was a fast one. All right.
And they use their employees, right? As far as I know, the employees of Maersk are really using social media as well. And I think that's a big point as well. All the employees are the advocates of the company. If they have something funny to say, that's funny. That's good. Then it's not the boss sitting making updates. Yeah. Now we really have a good month or stuff like that.
Okay, let's go back to the presentation. I think we should go to another website now.
Skal vi så ikke se den rigtigt på...
Jo, skal vi se den? Ja. Men det kan vi gøre.
But what is the next one?
Ja, det ved jeg ikke. Jeg kan ikke rigtig komme videre her.
View. Full through, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so the next page.
Anybody knows this page? Okay.
Okay, great. Now we'll do this a little different. We'll go to the web page instead because it's easier for you guys to see it. It's a better quality.
We should have done that with the other ones.
Yeah.
So you can go and look at them.
Okay, you guys got 10 seconds. Can you see it? Should I move it a little forward, maybe?
Det kan du ikke, Marina.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Because of the...
No, er det ikke okay?
It changes the angle. And then
sorry. Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
Er det okay?
Nej, længere tilbage.
Okay, damn it. Can you see anything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're just in the wrong angle.
Yeah.
Okay, that was 10 seconds.
Yeah, sorry. All right. So what is this company doing? What's your impression?
Something with bikes.
Something with bikes, yeah?
Some bike parts.
Yeah?
Special type of.
Yeah? Okay. Why? Why are they doing, what made you think they're doing that?
To accommodate more number of bikes on the same road, maybe. or to convert car goers for biking, to make it more interesting for people who are using cars to use bikes. Maybe.
Yeah.
What else?
Are they selling a product? Are they just showing a product? Are they selling a software system? Are they? What do you think?
Just making. So maybe a website for where you can go and plan your bike route in Copenhagen or something like that.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. Nice. Do you guys know this page? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Nobody's saying anything. What did you think? What was it?
Yeah, some kind of well, not a product, not a like concrete product, but more like an event thing or a service, probably a service.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
And then, well, I very much looked at the cityscape one.
Yeah.
I thought it was looking really nice, but it was hard to find out what it actually was.
Yeah.
So it was more like, design over functionality.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what were you missing to figure out what it's about? Did you?
A tagline or a punchline.
Yeah. Great. Good.
Okay.
Let's have a look at it.
Skal vi lige prøve at rette den lidt op?
Jo. Okay. Is that better? All right.
Okay, I have to say something first.
Okay.
Because when I looked at it, when I landed on this the first time, I was like, somebody thought about, design. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but somebody thought about something aesthetic about this site. So we should have a good experience when we land on this site. I like that. And I figured out it's something with bikes. But I was sure it was a software system where you could see bikeways in Copenhagen or somewhere. So I was looking for, where is this map then? How can we do this? How can I plan my bike ride and stuff like that? And then we scrolled down, but I wouldn't do that normally when I just landed on a site. And I was like, whoa, it's physical. It's like a product. And I was actually a little bit confused because what I said earlier, maybe I didn't say it, but with the wine company, when you have a concrete product, you show a picture of it. It's pretty easy. You show a wine bottle, or in this case, you show the product. It's really hard because it's a pavement, or as far as I know, a system for it. But that should definitely be moved up. So I see it's a product, and I see how how it can be done, because these drawings could be just 5 drawings beside each other, moved up. Then I can see, okay, it's something they hold, they put it down, they make a path. So already there I would be a lot more helped, because here I'm lost.
So maybe instead of this header, you could put pictures on the side, so you know exactly when you land in here, you know what it's about.
Yeah, and punchlines. And I would this is design, my aesthetic thing. I would not have these 2 black lines like that. I would integrate them. Why aren't the menu up there, been used in the road somehow? Yeah. Why is the extra level down? Look at all that air. This is where everybody look. This is where you catch people. And they just see a white line in the middle. So.
I just kind of would like to know who are the subjects. When you're supposed to buy this.
Who's
the target? Yeah, who's the target group? Because you start off saying it's in Copenhagen, and you kind of start thinking, I cannot just put up a bike path anywhere I want. It's public roads, and then it says something over here. It's Latvia or something, different countries. So I kind of thought maybe they're trying to sell this in a different country because it doesn't really work in Denmark. Or I wouldn't know if this is for a government or a private person.
Let's see what happens if you push that. I didn't push that one. Maybe I think that the language will change.
Why that language?
Can we hear?
Yeah.
We trying to export Copenhagen biking experience to the other cities in the world. So, and now we have 2 languages, English and Lithuanian. In Copenhagen, basically, we don't do much, but just recently we've been to exhibition in Lithuania, and the cities there are super interested, so that's why we have 2 languages.
But tell me, with the first sentence, can you tell me that again? We are
Exporting Copenhagen biking experience to the other cities in the world.
That's
Yes,
cool.
that's it. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're doing it by making pavements where you can baba. Then I know something. Then I'm not lost. Then it's interesting. Wow. The city culture in Copenhagen, I love it. I want it all over the world. Because you're doing something great with the environment as well.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff like that. So
And we are world famous for
Yeah.
bikes, so people
Put it
might
up
even
there.
know. Yeah.
We work on that.
How do you exactly do that? For example,
Well, okay, our let's say mission is to create livable city through sustainable infrastructure. So we have product which is made from, let's say, trash. So we take plastic bottles, recycle them, and make a bike path.
wow.
Nice. Very nice.
Even better. Where's that?
Well, I know video is missing, but we're working to produce the video, but that's something we don't have capacity right now.
Yeah.
Also on the website, I can tell this is made by architect and engineer and just simplest WordPress template.
You need us. No, I think it's super interesting. So don't take it wrong. I think it's super interesting. And I think it's really cool to hear your way of selling it, because that's interesting. If it, for example, was just you saying it, then it would be even more interesting. You know, you're a little startup. You really feel like if you could like have some of the power in it, sell it, stuff like that, then it would be even better.
That's very nice.
but in that case, if you want to create a path, then you need to meet with the authorities and
Yeah, what we're offering, we propose to cities to test before they make investments. So they don't need to build it permanently. They make it as an event. They put it. They see people using it. Perfect. We make the permanent. If not, remove it. Use elsewhere. Or if it's so basically it's mobile.
So, it's mobile as well. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Okay.
Really cool.
This one, I love this one. This is very good. You guys should all have that. You should get feedback from your users. That's most important thing is to know what do your users say. Feedback. You want that because that will help you build your site and optimize it. And so on.
I never actually clicked on that.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of
Yes.
I've never
Usually they will use it if they don't like something. But some people actually do it as well when they like it. For some of the companies I work for now, they even get handwritten feedback. You know, they get letters saying, "We love your products," which is so cool. Very nice. Yeah.
And the funny thing is that it's scary. It's really scary to have a button like that because you will hear if people are like, "I couldn't find out what you were doing. So what are you doing?" And you're like, "Oh, I really used a lot of energy in selling my product and this is not cool." I did it with myself. I mailed a lot of my old clients saying, give me feedback of the process. And I was like scared to death because I know some of the clients were maybe crazy happy. Some of them were like, "Oh, it didn't ended up exactly as I thought," and stuff like that because we're all human. But the feedback was the best thing I've ever done. And it's the same thing with the websites. If you can have people's feedback, they give you content for free or they give you ideas for free.
Reviews you can use, testimonials maybe even. Yeah, this is really good. And you should never, it's a good idea not to have the landing page on about. You should have the landing page. You should, like we've just talked about, tell people what you're selling. They don't want to read about. They're not ready for that yet. They're ready just to get inspired and then they might navigate. Okay, let's move on. What's the next? Maybe I should just do it here. Okay, we have another site. Are you guys ready? 10 seconds. Here we go. What is
Anybody
this?
owns this? Yeah.
Okay,
Great.
Perfect. All right.
Feedback.
Facebook.
I'm thinking a lawsuit.
A what? A lawsuit? Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah. What else?
I didn't really get it.
No, it looks like a joke of
Yeah, it's-
something.
it looks
Not
like a-
serious, like something very bad joke. Like I wouldn't. What?
Are you okay with getting the feedback? Okay. Yeah.
It seems to be like some person is trying to make a parallel social networking site for
Yeah.
for himself
Yeah. Yeah.
after seeing success story of some other social site.
Yeah.
So you think it's all its own? It's not connected to Facebook, or?
You have the little icons in the top, and if you actually log in with Facebook, that confuse me.
So you think it's not Facebook, but it's something looking like Facebook? Mm?
It was confusing. Also, I immediately thought, I know there's this company in Germany who is super good at copying other websites, and then those companies, they're forced to buy them out because they're so good in making the same thing. So I thought, okay, is it the same concept or what's going on there?
Yeah. There's a lot of people, a lot of companies are maybe just coding people who are doing this. So they copy Facebook, and then when you log in, they take your email and your password, and they will find out who you are. They will try and crack maybe your bank, maybe your email, and so on. So
So it's not good to look like something so much and not fulfill. That's what you're saying, right? Because if you log in, you can. Yeah,
I think.
okay.
I mean, it's good to be unique, but you can also. I mean, in the case of Facebook, it's not good to look like Facebook because you would think it might be Facebook, so you will get disappointed. I'm on Facebook now, so you should. I mean, you can probably. Yeah, I don't know.
What I thought was that it was not Facebook. Oh, you know, I thought that it was not a copy of Facebook. I thought it was an add-on to Facebook.
Oh, so maybe an app to Facebook, yeah.
I thought it was an app or something to Facebook. And if it was an app or something extra, a layer, plug-in, something to Facebook, then it would be perfect that it's Facebook use of design. But then it should say so. It should say, I'm a plug-in to Facebook, or I'm thumbs up from Facebook, they like us as well, or something like that. Because right now I'm like, wow, the name Bez, I don't even know what it is. And it doesn't say anything. It doesn't have a tagline. It's so small, so I don't think it's a logo. And then there are these AdWords down there, like saying become a partner and
Banners.
Banners. And so I'm like, wow, this is I'm afraid of it. I'm instantly afraid of this site because it's not Facebook. What is it then? What do they want me to do? And if I sign up, whoa, what will happen? Will they just push these commercials on my site? So I'm just afraid because nobody tells me anything except Best helps you connect and share with the people in your life. But doesn't Facebook do that now? What does Best then do? You know, that was my thoughts when I looked at the site. But the design, we can't talk about the design because it's Facebook. So
maybe Facebook is the copy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's the other way around. Exactly.
That's cool.
Tell us more.
Well, actually, it's in testing. It's not released yet, so we are working on the logos and something like this. So we ask some students from different schools to just join the project and test it. It's a kind of Facebook for kids. So they have a kind of homework sharing.
Homework sharing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have also plugins to Facebook in this project. And then you can also, right now, you can also log in with your Yahoo or Facebook or whatever.
Okay.
It has multi-login. It has 11 languages.
Okay.
All different European languages. And also Chinese language.
Okay.
Interesting. So it's not ready yet.
But why do you want to copy? Like it looks exactly.
I told you that because it's under testing, so we're just working on the
functionality. You're not at design yet.
Okay, so it's not going to look like this. Okay. So it's
all templates. So when you log in, when you get to the page, so you will see that it's a special for homework sharing for students, and people over 18 years old cannot log in or register.
Exactly what you say there. Of course, you should have that to the front. Homework sharing, plug into
Right now
Facebook.
it is on the
Yeah,
About
yeah.
Us, but it will come the first day.
So how do they test it?
They just log into the page and then register and try to use all the links inside. So we have like video sharing, music sharing, homework sharing and everything inside, and then we are getting the feedbacks.
Okay.
I'm thinking about next year.
Okay. Okay, great.
And you have the green button. Very nice. Okay.
Hvad mangler vi? Vi mangler social transit.
I mean, if I look at it upon if you want to convert, that's what you want to do. You want people to sign in and use this. This is really good. You should have that. You should continue having this. Maybe design it a little bit more. I'm sure Christina will say the same. But it's very important. When you want people to log in, it's good. It's a good idea to have it on the front page. What's the difference in these two? If
you registered, so you just log in.
If you registered, so here you sign up. Okay. You don't need this because I get confused. You just need this. Just skip this and use this. So you have that instead, and then use this to navigate or a big picture or telling. Hvad?
Det er som Facebook har det der.
Ja, sådan her. Ja. Men
It's a bad idea for this.
Because it's not Facebook. Yeah.
We're not evaluating Facebook right now. That's a huge one.
Like a general thing that you either have a lot of or you have some or you have loads of them. So
But you have to prioritize what you want people to do. What's the most important thing to do here? It is probably for people to sign up because this is a new product. I'm sure that when Facebook launched their site, it didn't look like this. I don't know how it looked like. I don't remember. But they were much more pushy. Right now they have, I don't know how many millions of users, so they can just sit back and say, okay, they know what to do. But this is new, so prioritize what you want them to do. If you want them, I mean, the people who's been there before, they know, and they've already signed up, and they know that they have to log in again. Maybe they will even just, use the login through Facebook, which is a really good idea on these kind of sites. So that's good. It's good to use pictures. Very nice. So you see, okay, all these people are using this forum.
The latest plugins.
Yeah, and that's nice as well. I mean, if this is students, then you should, of course, find pictures of students.
It's good. Yeah, that's good. But the problem when you look at it and you don't know anything about the site, you see the same picture many times, so you think it's a scam. So you're like, okay. Yeah, okay. But if it says the last people logged in, then I understand. Okay, then it's okay that the same girl is there 10 times. But the problem is that there are like the same right now.
All right. So
next year.
Okay, we will take the next slide. 10 seconds.
Anybody owns this?
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So what is this about?
Delivery, DHL, something similar to that.
What?
Delivery, DHL, FedEx, something in the service.
Okay.
It's using just people, like social delivery.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It somehow connects people who has two goals. One is traveling, and some other can give the package that you can bring.
Okay.
Anybody else?
So tell us what is it?
Yeah. It's actually something which is called a social entrepreneurship, in which if somebody is traveling from some place to somewhere and he locks his travel here, and if I want something from somewhere, if I am sitting in Copenhagen and somebody is coming from Spain and I want a Spanish wine or Spanish olives, I will ask him to bring it for me. He will bring it for me, but he will take his service charge. So if he brings for say 100 crowns, and then he will ask 120 from me.
Okay.
So it can be anything. It's not. We are having some discussions with the legal department and lawyers and something. But we are majorly now thinking to put it for used item first. For example, if a kid who has forgotten his or her doll somewhere, then it is a more of a value than a price, because the kid needs that doll. And then I can see somebody if it's coming from my home country, and I can ask him or her to bring it.
Okay.
Or it may be eyelenses I have left, I want the same. Or it can be any item, any brochure or a paper document or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
How are you going to earn money on it?
What happens, there is one, it will be going through a PayPal gateway. So when a transaction happens, the contact details will not be shared between two people, like any Airbnb you might be knowing. So when they share the contact details and the transaction happens to the site, so the demand and supply, if the guy says that I can bring it for you, but I will take 150, and this guy says no, I will give you 120. And then they decide, and when they put in the figures and they go for the trade, then we earn minimum say 3% commission on the trading going on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
How old is the site?
It's under development, but it's around 6 months. We have got 2 designers and one guy who is designing it, and one developer. They are based in Bangalore in India. And this was the need-based website, because when I came here and I need many things from home country or many places, and then I always try to ask people that if anybody is traveling or not. And then I had this idea, and then I decided to make this. So it's taking shape, and it has been around 6 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first thing we talked about when we saw the site, we thought safety.
Yeah.
What if people are traveling with drugs, with bombs, with that? I mean, in my head, it said, wow.
2 things. One thing was that, wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's the first thought.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Save the earth.
Yeah, save the earth. And when you scroll down, there's a heart. We do this with our hearts for the environment. I love that. I'm really girlish in that way. So, okay, now I want to use it because they do something good about the earth. So put that up. But the next thing was, whoa. When I walk around in an airport, I'm always afraid somebody puts stuff in my bag. So I would never travel with anything else. So if there are some rules, you have of course thought about this, should just be open or transparent, so I know it immediately. We know safety could be a problem, but no, we've done it like this and this and this, so safety is no problem.
Yeah, we have made a tagline saying moving the things in a faster, greener and smarter way.
Yeah. And we saw that on the Facebook side.
Yeah,
And we're like, why is that tagline not here? Because that makes sense for a start, just to understand the brand.
Yeah, and secondly, whenever a person accepts a package to bring, then there is a window that comes up, and it says that, please check what you are taking. And you have every right to open the packet, and every packet is first opened, checked and then traveled. So that is what we have, we ask our users to do again and again and again, and not to take anything without getting verified. So there are some ways in which you can verify your account by LinkedIn and Facebook, and then once you know the guy, you call him, you become comfortable with each other, and then you go ahead with the deal.
Yeah.
So it is something which normal.
But it's too late.
Yeah.
When I clicked on something, it's too late.
Yeah.
I need it in the beginning, or else I will never click anything. I will just think, cool idea, I'll get back when it's safe. So it's still about the wording on the website. But what we looked at with my visual eye was that here they're thought about stuff. You know, the everything is like pulled paper. It seems like it's on its way. You pull a travel. There's a lot of thoughts, design thoughts in it. We can talk about if we like it or don't like it, but there have been thoughts in it. And the sharing from airports, like going into Copenhagen Airport, sharing, doing the same stuff. I know that system and using stars and all that. There's a lot of good things about this site.
Yeah, and when you check in, then it creates a boarding pass type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And one more thing is that you use illustrations, and that's good. It's always good to use illustrations or pictures or something which back words up. Not everybody are word people. I am visual, some people read. So you need both somehow. But the problem with the drawings was that we really liked there were drawings, but we didn't understand them.
No.
Why is there a limo guy standing there? And is that a package or a huge building? So, when you do illustrations, then do them clear, because then it works. If you're thinking too much, then you won't get the point anyway. So that's the hard thing about illustrations as well. They need to be like spot on if they should work.
This guy looks like a mafia.
Yeah.
And he's traveling in a limo. That's cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
I like that you have the call to action right in the center. It's quite important because people will come here and they would do this transaction with the package, which is really nice. It's a good idea, since I don't know what it is. It's a really good idea that the text you have in your button that is active, find someone who can travel with your package, or that's too long, but you should find a wording that's short but it's active. This is just find what? I don't know. Why should I click on it? So use wordings that people will understand and they will click more. That's really a general thing. I mean, it's different. I mean, for continue, or then you should continue shopping, or add to bag. Well, it really says it all. But make sure that your call to actions are active and you understand what it is. I love that you use stars, because that gives me some kind of safety about, I guess, this person. Is that right? Yeah. So people rated him. Other people used him to travel with a package. That's very good. So I feel a little more safe here, which is really good. I would move the navigation, this one. This is really, really important. I would probably wouldn't even scroll down here.
We couldn't find about,
take this line,
and we're like, wow.
And
what is it about?
Move it up. It has to be up here. Really important. And you have a CSR strategy, so just use it. You don't just buy someone traveling with a package. You save the world by doing it. You don't use as much CO2 and so on. I mean, people love that. The added value to your product has to come up right in their face, because it's part of your USPs.
Yeah, and we have not yet launched because of the legal, whatever we are discussing, the legal issues. So earlier we decided to launch it with the close group of some 10 people and start transacting, but then we also stopped that because first we wanted to get it legalized, legally clear from all aspects.
Yeah. Another thing you could do is that everybody knows UPS, everybody knows being a pendler, like being a person joining a pendler car. I don't know what it's called, it's a Danish company as well, pendling. So maybe sometimes you can, in your communication, when you're like trying to sell a whole new product nobody has seen before, you can lean to those other companies we already know. We're like a pendler company, but we're just doing it with your packages. Or not because I'm not a copywriter, but still, if you have some, we're like Facebook, but we're just a plug-in to it, stuff like that. But just like using a brand which is well known, using a function which is well known, and then explaining with it.
Can we use it as a name of a brand?
No, you wouldn't say UPS. You would say we're like a pendler company, or we're like a package, something like that. You wouldn't use the name.
Well, you ask your lawyers. Yeah, they will know.
Yeah.
I think we need a break.
What time is it?
It's 10 minutes to 7. When we come back, we will not go through any more websites, but we will show you a lot of examples, fun examples on how well-known web pages looked before, and examples on how do you do social proof and so on. So yeah.
So only 4 minutes, right? Because we don't have a lot of time.
Let's say we get back, 6 minutes at 7 o'clock.
The good example would be to show our websites. But we don't have one. Doing the best website takes time, and we didn't have the time yet. So one day we will show it, not today. But do everybody know MailChimp? Yeah, that's a good example on how branding and web.
I think you should explain what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and not everybody knows MailChimp.
No.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
MailChimp is a service where you can do newsletters. It's very simple. You can like a template, you can use different templates, and you can combine your own newsletter and you can mail it. And when MailChimp started, they didn't look exactly like that, but they introduced this big monkey, helping monkey. And I think a lot of guys were like, what a stupid monkey. How will it help me and stuff like that. But it worked, and what they did was that they combined this branded monkey with words. How the tone of voice on MailChimp is always like, whoops, oh, that was a bummer, but let's do it another way. So all the way it communicates, you feel like a buddy. You're like friends with the chimp here. So the branding from the beginning was really sharp, and the way they communicated. And the website didn't look like this in the beginning. It's only from here. There's no browser here. In the beginning, the monkey was big and saying, we are MailChimp, and we are like servicing you with this, and there was a scroll. But as anything else, websites develop, and we just talked about it right now in the break. You can feel like you want to make the best website from the beginning, but it takes time, and it takes tests, and it takes knowledge. And as a person develop in its life, getting older, a brand does too. So MailChimp started out with this big chimp saying hello and let me introduce you to this. And when it got more and more famous, known, they took away the monkey. Now it's only in the fav icon, and it's like in different like small places in the website. And they put the whole system in the front, because now we know the monkey, we know the tone of voice. Now it's the system. So if you land on this page, it's actually shifting inside of that, showing that all these different templates can be pulled in. It's very easy, and you actually get the feeling of, okay, it's easy. It says easy email newsletters. That's easy, but it's an easy product as well. So we can't say that this is the way to do it, because some products are just really hard to explain in few words like this. There's a very visible call to action button, and if I ask Marina, she's like, no, never do it in red or orange, or it's like a danger button. Don't do it. You did something wrong.
Not necessarily.
No.
I mean, it stands out. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
But in general, the red color is danger.
Yeah. So this is just an example of how branding and web communication and the whole product is tied good together, without any mess, without any extra, just very clean and simple. And about design, I'm saying it should be nice looking and stuff like that. But we have some examples that not every product is very sexy or very visible or beautiful. Or if you sell like Coloplast sells products for, I can't even know remember the name, but it's medical stuff. It's not looking good. So then you have to like sell it in another way. So there's no like golden rule.
Amazon is a very good example.
Yeah.
Amazon is #1 the world's biggest web shop. And if you ask me, I think it looks shitty.
I've never seen anything like Amazon.
It converts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I have a client and they say, oh, okay, I have this product, just make it look sexy, or just make it look young, fresh. I always ask or try to make a process finding out, is that really what you want to communicate? Is that really who you are like aiming your product for? How should we do it? Maybe I did a site for an online factoring, how do you say it? Online facturering? Online invoicing company recently. We did that together as well. But that was just the skinning, so if you go there, anyway. But we did it, and it was a really cool assignment. But they started out with saying, we just want to look fresh. But who they were like talking to were Novo Nordisk and Maersk and all these big, and they don't want fresh, they want functional, easy to understand, stuff like that. So when I talk about aesthetic design, it's not because it should be looking beautiful. It should work. It should be functional. It should be clean. Hmm? And this isn't.
No, this is actually pretty cool. This is an A/B testing tool. It's called Optimizely, and it is very intuitive and it's very well working. But what it's about here on this side is that on the top, I know right away what this is about. It's a very good text line. I can try it out right away. I see these brands, which is my social proof on, or I know them, so there's some kind of safety in it. And then I get more information about the product down here. So I think this is a really nice site, seen from a conversion site. Christina think it's not very nice designs, but I think this works really well.
It's working.
It says we have more than 3,000 happy customers. Yay, good. So your customers are happy. I know this brand. It's green. I understand. Website optimization made easy. So it's easy. Okay, that's what I want, because if a lot of people testing are not technical. So I want a test tool which I can use. And I can with this brand. Now I know, but if you don't know, it's good to tell. Yeah.
And even though I don't think the design is like good enough or clean enough, I understand it, and I understood it immediately. And then I can figure out from then, do I want it or don't? I have That's a cool product. Crocs. When they wanted an identity or they wanted to sell online, they know it's not a sexy product. So they don't need a sexy identity, but they still are worldwide. You don't see a swimming pool anywhere without Crocs, or people in hospitals, if it's legal anymore, I don't know. But it's just been pushed all over the world. What they don't communicate a lot is the green focus on it. Yeah, the green focus on it before you go to the website. But Crocs is actually they're trying to use, or they're using like used materials to do all these shoes and stuff like that. But this is, we can discuss the design forth and back, but it's working for Crocs. This is a cool Crocs website. When I land there, I'm like, yeah, this is how Crocs websites should look. So I'm calm. Do you know what I mean? Or am I just, okay. So it's not because I'm like wanting you all to buy Crocs, but it's just a good example on not me showing you Apple, because I can do that. Everybody will show you Apple and say, this is working. Yeah, but this is working too. It's just not a really aesthetic thing.
Well, this is not.
No,
very
okay.
Good. It's not because it's red. I just don't see it. Because this is really important. Okay, this is a shopping site called Minto. Do you guys know that? It's a big shopping mall online, really. And what I like and what I want to show you guys here is, it's difficult for you guys to see. It says free delivery, easy return, customer service. Those, I mean, there is always a barrier shopping online. How much does it cost to get delivered? How fast can you deliver it? And can I talk to someone if I'm in a doubt? So right when I get there, I know, okay, it's free and it's fast and I can return it. Okay, I'll buy it. I'm not in a doubt about what it's about. It's closed, they still close. It's a huge site, so it's really nice to have filtering, which they will have more when you get further in. I feel safe about, this is the e-handelsmærket, which is a Danish brand about, if you're part of that, then you have to follow certain rules. which is very good as well. That's a safety logo. There's another one there. I can't even say what it is actually. This with your credit cards. I like that. I feel safe. That's good. So I would really go ahead and just buy something here. And this one, you can make so much money from people who have signed up to your newsletter. There's a huge amount of money in that. So it's important. You should have it somewhere on your front page. Very important.
This is one of my favorite examples. And that's with a startup perspective as well. Because a lot of you, as I see it, are like starting up or just heading towards. But Innocent was like, from the beginning was just a dream. I don't know if anybody knows the story about Innocent. I will tell it really quickly. It was just some boys really tired of their work, earning a lot of money, but actually just wanted to have fun, do something funny. They all liked juice because they were people like didn't cook because they weren't with their mom anymore. So they just did juices and found out that it was funny to do juices. Then they went to a festival and they put up a table and they had a sign in the front saying, "Do you like this juice so much so we should quit our job and do this full time? And then if you like it, put it in this garbage can, our juice taste, or put it in the other one if you don't think we should do this. This is crap." And of course the bucket with the yes, do it. So it was like an entrepreneur spirit, like do it, get to the world, get the world greener, more healthy. And they did. They quit their job and they started Innocent. And the whole communication about Innocent, the name, little tasty drinks, everything is just so good. It's just connected so good in the whole branding. They are using social media big time. And they're getting people doing stuff for them, like knitting little hats and mailing them little hats for the Innocent. It's such a little innocent drink, it should have a little hat. So they're like just doing things where you, on the paper, think that sounds so silly. Then nobody will ever do this. They're doing it, and it's just working.
It's about integrating your users.
Yeah. And when you look at the site, it doesn't work site-wise, like immediately. It's not following any rules or anything. It's just doing exactly what it wants. It's like drawing everything. Everything is like, hello, we just want to have fun, and everything is in that tone. But when it's like that all over, even when you have the little can, then you trust the brand. Then it's authentic because it communicates the same way on all levels. And that's what's good about Innocent. So you get a follower, you get a whole circle of people just following you.
All right. Okay. Now we have some examples on how did huge sites looked when they just started. When Google started up, it looked like this. It was the beta version. Today, it looks like this. I think this is a pretty good example on just make it simple. Cut out all crap. Get to the point. Make it simple. Again, Twitter, when they started, I mean, I can't help laughing because it looks so shitty. What were they doing? I mean, is that, yeah. I don't think I would sign up today. But this, I like. It's simple and it uses a picture. MySpace, when they started up, it looked like that. Today, just like the one you saw before. It's simple, you have a picture, you have a call to action in focus, very little text, but I know what it is.
But still, time changes as well, or the trends change and stuff like that. So now you see a lot of big pictures and stuff like that. And it's not because you have to do exactly the same thing as everybody else. But of course, there are time aspects on the internet as well. It changes. The trends change.
Yeah. All right. And you should use the power of persuasion to increase your online sales. If you are selling a product online, you should persuade them to use or buy or sign up to your newsletter or buy the wine or buy buy a software, whatever it is that you want your users to do. Persuade them by social proof. I've been talking about that before. It is, what does the other users say? How many stars does it have? Is it rated on Trustpilot? Do you have testimonials? That's social proof. I'll show you some examples. Give and take some. I give you a free shipping if you buy my product. I give you gummy bears if you buy my product. I give you whatever if you buy my product. Give some, take some. People love that. Make commitment to the users and use sense of urgency. Sense of urgency is saying, we just have one room left. Ta-da!
Or the daily deal sites used it a lot, of course.
So, it's counting down. Okay, there's only 10 left. And people use that all the time, saying only while stock lasts, or wording like that. It works. I'll show you some examples here.
I didn't do the design on this page.
Yeah, perfect, easy, and this is a testimonial. The word perfect, I love that. Trustpilot, which is a known brand. I was perfect satisfaction. It says here. Here, this is from Matas. I don't know if you know Matas. They've done all their own customer club, and they have people rating their products on the site, so it gets stars. Save 41 kroner. Yes, I want to save. This is a really good example on, or maybe this one, top 10 ebooks. I don't know what next book I want to read, but this is the top 10 selling books. I'll look right there. It's a really good idea.
And then you find out they are sponsored, and then you're really angry.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of those kind of things on the websites.
Yeah.
But how many of those are actually like genuine endorsements or whatever, and how many of those are just
the people owning the site are just writing something? Yeah, I don't know.
But that's
we
a
know
branding.
that if they're using Trustpilot, then it's for real because it's a known company, so you will know. You don't really know with Matas, but since it's a very known brand, it probably will be. So there's some kind of safety in the brand as well. But you're right, you don't know.
But again, that's something about branding. That's something about the whole tone of voice. Actually, you need to be authentic. You can't lie with these things. You can write something, but it wouldn't work. Somehow it wouldn't, the karma law or something. I don't know what it is. But you can actually feel if there's a lot of those and it's all like there's 10 left or only tomorrow and the next day they have birthday again and they have an offer or stuff like that, you will find out. But if you're using it yourself on your website, be true, be authentic, then it will work because people actually click that stuff. So
this is persuasive sales and it's social proof. I think this one is quite funny, which is candy and a good offer. Do you want candy and a good offer? Well, the candy will probably cost you, I don't know, 50 euro or something like that. But it will persuade your users to buy this product. Hotels.com is doing it really great. They are converting so many people. I know that this is a product you want to buy and it's associated with something nice. You're going traveling, which is much easier than selling broadband or something like that, which I did at Celia. It was awful. It was so difficult. But they're doing it really nice. The most popular places to travel, they have this bonus customer club. It looks shitty, but it works. Best hotels right now. Find a hotel. So there's an easy call to action. I like that. Which one? There was another one which I really like. It says here, this hotel was reserved 8 times the last 24 hours. Wow, so this is really popular. I have to get this hotel because it's good. And then it will keep coming up saying, within the last, if someone just reserved it and it will say, this hotel was just reserved, or we only have 2 rooms left, it might say as well. It's really, really intelligent. And I like that.
Isn't it a bit annoying? These
No,
things.
it's really
Well, some might think, but it works. It might, yeah.
But again, that's everything is on a weight. How annoying should you be to sell? How not annoying should you be to look expensive or high end or stuff like that? It's always what is it called? Weight.
Yeah, when it comes down
issue.
to it, it's about the bottom line.
Yeah.
How much do you sell? How much money do you make? So I guess it's just like a salesperson coming to you in a store saying, "Hey, look at this. This is really nice." This is just an online example on how you do it.
And test it. If you feel it's annoying, test it. If it works.
I just want to share this little story real quick. Like, just a couple of days ago, I wanted to order some business cards, and it was like this kind of advertisement from Vistaprint. And yeah, they're doing this, and okay, I saw it like 50 krona. Okay, I'll do that, and I went in. Actually, I just kind of actually designed my own card, like so. It took like a couple of hours. So then I uploaded it, and then I kind of went on. Okay, so I'm buying it. And then after, like, when you press the button, like, okay, you're ordering, then, okay, there's another window when they say, like, okay, do you want some cups and t-shirts and whatever with some sort of no, next. And then it's like maybe 5 to 6 windows where you have to press. They just, throwing you stuff, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just, no. And in the end, I think it was like, okay, I'm ready to order, and then they say, okay, so the delivery will be 100 krona. And it's like, oh, forget about it. For me, it was like, really like too much, and I think that's like, at the end when you didn't know this information in the beginning that, like, the delivery will cost you more than the card itself. So it's really kind of cheating a bit for me, at least. I don't know.
That's so bad. That's the worst example.
But I mean,
and doing it in the checkout flow.
It's only 50 krona, so.
Yeah, I mean.
What the heck? 100 krona getting it delivered. I can't get it cheaper anywhere else anyway, so I'll just get it.
And what about those like I don't know, like the post action, whatever you call it, like when you order like your cards, and then they put a lot of different
pop-up menus.
No. It's like basically you order. Okay.
Yeah, extra offers, like
extra.
Oh yeah. Selling more, upsell. Yeah, it's called upsell. Yeah. I'm sure because Vistaprint are quite big. I'm sure they've tested this. Yeah. They've seen, okay, how far can we go? How they will. Yeah, it is. But if they make more money,
if you buy it
like
in
that,
the end,
they'll do it. Yeah. It's because you can't make 250 cards for 50 kronas. Yeah, that's impossible. But you might be able to do it if you produce 1 million a week. So I'm sure they've tested it.
So what they have is like a really, really cheap price. Normally you don't use a price as a parameter of itself to sell. Should be, as we just talked about. Or else somebody else could just have a cheaper price and then you will continue the fight. But when I listen to that, I think, don't go that direction. Vistaprint is, okay, I hate them, but anyway. But they can do it because they have something really special, cheap stuff. And I know a lot of people using them. But I think it's very dangerous to use the checkout flow to continuously bomb you. Because a lot of people are ending up with, okay, now I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. I will never go back to Vistaprint.
No.
It was my first experience with it, and I know I'm never going to come back because it's really,
Then you're the test itself, so you weren't buying
that's
it.
bad. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right. I just wrote down 12 common mistakes in e-commerce. A lack of detailed product information, hiding contact information, a long and confusing checkout process. I will show you some graphs later on showing how many steps do people like. Requiring an account to order. I hate that. I hate when I have to sign up. But more and more huge online stores will do it. And they do it because when you sign up with an account, they can send you an email and you don't have to write your address and so on again. So, I mean, it becomes more and more common and you will probably get used to it, and in 3 years, everybody's doing it. But what you see in general is that the huge online stores, who knows people will buy from you, will do it. And the small ones, they don't dare because they're scared that they won't get enough people to buy. Poor customer service options, tiny product images. Images is so important. Have more than just one picture of your product. A poor shopping cart design, very important, because that's probably where you're going to click when you want to go to the shopping cart. Lack of payment options. I've seen that with all of the companies that I've worked with, that people are writing to us saying, I can't pay. You don't take Visa Electron or something like that. Make sure that you have a wide variety of credit cards, even maybe local credit cards if you're selling worldwide. Not including related products. That's about selling more, upsell, and confusing navigation.
We miss bad design. I think Marina just put it out to provoke me.
This is an example on the steps on a checkout flow. So they've gone through thousands online shops and see how many steps do they have. And they see that the most online shops have 5 steps.
Everybody knows what a checkout flow is.
One single step. People don't really have that. And they don't have that because you can't do Google Analytics stuff on it, because you don't know where people will stop. When will they leave your basket? You don't know. You can set up special tracking for it, but it's really difficult to track how the user are navigating on that. So I wouldn't recommend that, but it's different. Here you can see the usability score on the different steps. So 2 steps seems to be the best, but most people are using 5, so they should probably cut down, and they could convert more people. All right, and now we're getting to the end. We've written down some links. We think if you want to get more knowledge, because now we've been talking for 2 hours and hopefully you guys have learned some stuff, but if you want to keep track on what's going on and where can you learn more, maybe sign up for the newsletters, you should visit these sites. It's really, really nice. I get the Digital Works, it's a Danish company. I get their newsletters twice a week, I think it is. And they send me a lot of good information. There are free seminars and so on. You should do that. The same thing at FDIH. They have a newsletter. Sign up for it if you want to get more knowledge.
Do you send out the presentations afterwards, Jürgis? Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have to...
And the other websites, just get inspired, go there, look around, read what's going on and so on. If you do e-commerce, go here and just copy paste. Really.
Don't say that.
Just take whatever you think is good and implement it on your site.
Make it your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
you're doing with Facebook. Maybe they copied you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Just copy eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't copy paste. I will.
Yeah.
Or else call us.
Yeah.
Or go to our non-existing website. Or take a business card. We have them up here. Yeah. Any questions? Yeah?
You also recommend the open source CMS for shopping, like PrestaShop?
I don't know PrestaShop, but it depends on... for a startup, yes, absolutely. Or Magento or WordPress. WordPress have plugins for web shops. Magento is the world's largest CMS system right now. You could use that, and it's free to some amount. The old versions are free, so I would use it for a startup. Yeah, absolutely. I could recommend that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more question to Christina. Could you name a couple of brand mistakes? Because there was all mistakes related to e-commerce, to websites. But what about some mistakes companies, when startups are starting, when trying to create a brand?
Oh, okay. The problem is that I'm not there in the startup seeing how they did it before. And when I get to notice a brand, they went over that hurdle. So it's pretty hard to say what's going wrong. But I think what's going wrong, like overall, when you have a startup, is that you don't define. And we talked about that in the Rebuild, where I met you as well, right? Yeah. Is that you don't define why are you doing this? Why do you do this? What is the? Why do you do this to the world? Why do you do it yourself? It's very personal, actually. And when you're a little group of people doing this startup, why? What are you adding to the world? What is your core promise? I'm working a lot with brand platforms, working a lot with building brands from the bottom, because a lot of people are like, just make me a cool logo. But I can't make a cool logo or a logo at all if I don't know what the core promise of the company is. And that's what we talked about the last time, because a core promise is like a question you ask yourself every time you take a decision in your startup or in your company or anything. It's like Danish Red Cross, they have a core promise called doing the biggest difference. So every time they're talking about, okay, are we going in Somalia, or are we going to save people in Denmark for this amount of money? What is going to make the biggest difference with this amount of money? So this is a question they always ask themselves. And those processes I help people facilitate, finding out what is it that makes it worthwhile. Does it make sense? So the first thing is to figure out, why are you doing this? Because some people will say, because I want to be a millionaire. Whoop. It's not good enough. It won't work. I've seen many of those because I'm working a lot with startups. What I did when I was going for my own or doing my own company was that I called all the capital funds, saying, you should have someone like me every time you do a startup. You should definitely have a brand expert looking at the group of people, finding out what is the core promise. Because you put 5 million in a company and they won't succeed because what they do is like some really nerdy program they can't communicate. Then the 5 millions are not working. So I did that, and I was like sent out to, I have been in many startups now, talking to them, trying to figure out what is the core promise, where are you going? And the ones who are actually working now, they were sure about that, and it wasn't money. It wasn't money that they did it for. They did it because they had a dream. It's very simple. They had something, they had a desire, a passion. So if you're just sitting there saying, okay, I see a gap, and I think there's a lot of money in it. I was in a startup where it was all about deals, daily deals. Just because there's a gap, we should do more. Doesn't work. Maybe it does, 1 out of 1,000 examples. I can't say that it's that this is the golden rule, but I think like overall this is a good rule, and it's a good rule for you, all of your own personalities, doing what you're passionate about. Does that answer the question? I know I'm a little bit fluffy about that area because I think it's really important. But yeah.
So did you learn something today? Do you think it was fun, or when is it 7:30? When can we go home? We are really hungry. We should actually have brought some food, but we'll do that the next time. Yeah.
Or chocolate.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. It was.